Welcome to Table Labs and Bumps, a pro wrestling podcast where we talk about wrestling promotions like WWE and AEW. We get tinfoil wrestling theories, and we debate pressing subjects in the world of wrestling, all under 60 minutes, hopefully. I'm Ringside P. I'm joined by Marlon. I'm joined by Wade. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and what should we give it this week? Uh, 5-star frog splashes to that like, subscribe button. To get a perspective from our side of the ring. Today's main topic is the Penta debut. And we're probably just going to go off into that and talk about just different things about the debut, the supposed, like, he ran over time, and just what we just thought about overall everything with that. So let's get started, man. Who wants to kick it off about Penta?
I'll say initially the debut was better than the Motor City Machine Guns. I feel like it was like the exact opposite effect of how Motor City Machine Guns came in. And, I get a lot of my outside of WWE info from Wade. And, I had heard a little bit about Motor City Machine Guns and I looked at their work and I did the same with Penta. But I feel like the contrast was huge as far as reception, build up, and even the way that they brought him in with his entrance too. So, what do you guys think about that?
I was a fan of the debut. I kind of felt like they mentioned, man, this was a race kept secret in wrestling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then early on in the day, they had dropped his merch on the website,
Mm-hmm.
so it kind of like already like spoiled the debut kind of for me in a way, because it was like, man, you already selling the merch already, and I guess maybe it's just to capitalize on everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've known about it for months now. We've just been waiting, and I think I don't say necessarily it held up to the hype, but it still was a good debut. And like I said, I agree with you, Marlon. I liked his debut a lot better than Moshi Machine Guns. I mean, I happen to have seen not a lot of Penta's matches, but a few just from AEW, and I was like, man, I know this dude can go. I wasn't familiar with the Moshi Machine Guns work like that, but I was like, y'all, I was stoked to see what Penta could do in the WWE. And I think it was a good match. I enjoyed it a lot. What about you, Wade?
For an opening, I thought the presentation was good. The song I thought was terrible, like all the Def Rebel or whatever. So, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I think his um some of his presentation in AEW I thought was a little bit better. I do think the merch before he even went out there was slightly uh because I don't even think AEW ever sold any of his masks at all.
Mm.
So it was kind of like a,
Mm-hmm.
oh, we're gonna like actually market this guy the right
Mhm.
way. Um, actually, I have a few things with that because I thought in AEW they always had him with this guy Alex Abrahantes, who I find slightly annoying. A lot of people find super annoying as like a manager who basically managed every single Hispanic wrestler in AEW for some reason, and he could actually speak English fine. Um, I ever send you guys there's a video where they do the Hey EW thing, and he has it's actually really good with him and Alex Abrahantes, but they have like he's the translator for him and stuff, but he's not actually translating. But I'm like, dude, AEW should have just let him talk. He could
Mm-hmm.
speak fine. Have him speak Spanish sometimes too. I don't know what he was saying half the time, but it sounded cool, and like he's into it. So the match was fine. He hasn't wrestled in 4 months, so that was about as good as I expected from him, from
Mhm.
like an
Mm-hmm.
older guy, or I don't know how old he is, but his body's been through a lot from these crazy matches he's had his whole life. So I'm more excited for his brother Ray Phoenix, who's like can do way crazier stuff right now. But yeah, overall, I thought it was fine. Like the WWE people who are like obsessed with it, like I think it's kind of funny. they're like, "Oh, that was so sick," and I'm like, I mean, it was all right. Like,
Yeah.
You have no idea.
yeah, like I've seen like, I mean, the we're not even gonna talk about that, but the women's intercontinental match was way better
Hmm.
than
Mhm.
Penta's match, I thought. Um, I mean, you got to give props to Chad Gable too.
Yeah. That's what I was going to
That's
go
what I was
into
going to
too.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about that then? Because like I mean, I feel he should have gotten a belt by
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. And so like the week prior, and I'm not afraid of any luchador. Put me up against the best luchador, and I'm like, man, are we just like just burying Chad Gable for some reason? Like, why he's taking all these unnecessary L's? And I'm like, man.
Hmm.
Then when I watched the match, I'm like, man, Chad Gable is like the preferred opponent for just about anybody right now.
Yeah,
You
Hmm.
know, he's able to get so many guys over just in ring the way he can adapt to guys. It's a good back and forth, and watching the match with him and Penta, it was like Penta would start to get started, like pick up the pace, and then Chad Gable would counter, and it was like it's constantly back and
Hmm.
forth like that. So I enjoyed that, and so it's like, man, you really gotta give props to Chad Gable. Like,
Yeah.
and man, maybe this year would be the year he gets that singles title. I don't know if that ship has sailed. I think he had so much momentum going into Mania, and it just
Yeah.
didn't capitalize on it. So I hope that they can come back around for him again. And like when he wins the championship, it's like, yo, it's a you deserve it moment. I mean, anytime you get it, it's gonna be a you deserve it. But really, for him to really have that moment, I hope he gets that.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought Chad was a great pairing for this. He could obviously do the work. He is adaptable, and his skill set is insane too. Now, as far as going back to WWE fumbling the bag, I remember last year when we kind of saw his decline. I told myself, let me play it, let me let it ride out, let me let it play out. They probably got something in store for him, for Chad Gable, and it never worked out. And I feel like that's probably one of Hunter's biggest fumblings as of late. If I can't think of anybody else right now, but it's a shame. I'm glad he's the worker, and I'm glad that he can make other people look good and put them over. But yeah, great pairing. But again, it makes me kind of mourn for Chad at this point.
well, the thing with it too, with Chad Gable, he was at the time last year more over as a babyface than
Hmm.
Sami Zayn, in my
Hmm.
Hmm.
opinion. And I
Yep.
felt like at Mania, and I don't know, like you were in nicer seats than us, Pierre, but like near around us, most of the people were like, you could hear people talking like, "This is bullcrap. It should be Chad Gable." Like right, Marlon, like we were hearing
Yep.
a lot of people were not even rooting for Sammy
Sammy.
because they thought it
Hmm.
was stupid that he got the. And it ended up being a great match, but Chad Gable could have had a match like that with him too, I
Yeah,
think.
the
Totally.
battle story and everything.
So then you
Yep.
turn him heel, which the heel turn was great, but now
It
he's just
was.
been utilized to like get other people over.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah,
don't get why they didn't have him take it off of Sammy.
Right.
yeah,
Because what did Sammy even do with that belt?
nothing. He
Nothing.
had triple threat, and then he had a match against Braun Breaker. I felt like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had like two against Braun Breaker, and only
yeah,
one was like half decent.
Hmm.
yeah,
So, and I don't think Braun Breaker deserves to have the belt this long either. He's
Hmm.
no,
not done anything for me. So, like, I think I'd be cool with like a like Penta and Chad Gable going after this
hmm,
Hmm.
uh, belt. I'd be cool with that. But if Chad Gable doesn't get by Mania the IC title, like they're kind of screwing him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think so too.
as a heel, he's over. People boo him the whole time and say he sucks.
Yeah,
And he could kind of do it like he's a plug and play in any single. If you need him to be funny, he could be funny. If you need him to be a badass, he could like freaking suplex Bronson Reed if he wanted
yeah,
to.
Yeah.
He could do anything. So yeah, I just don't. I don't get because I've not been that impressed with Braun Breaker to be honest.
Hmm.
yeah.
He's had some really cool matches, but it's always been like a triple threat,
Right.
almost every time.
And I think with Braun Breaker, man, they're just using the same. couple guys with him. It's Sheamus,
Oh God.
Luke Kaiser, then it's
Yeah.
Sheamus and Luke Kaiser versus each other, Now we back to Sheamus and Braun Breaker back to. I feel like right now the championship stories or just a lot of it's stale, man. Like, what's Gunther really doing?
Right.
They so. And I know we about to get off track a little bit, but what is Braun Breaker doing? Sheamus, like really? Uh Cody, you know, yeah, the story with Kevin Owens is great, but I mean, we know the outcome of that. Like I kind of want a feeling like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like the belt can
Hmm.
actually change. Like and to know that, like, say Chad Gable, I feel like he really deserves it, man. Like he, you put him against the Y6, and he made the best out of that. you know. Then you put him against the LWO. And he's taking losses against them. For what? Like you're not putting them over. You're not pushing the LWO. Shell Gibbs is taking losses.
Hmm.
And I would, why haven't we got like Carmella Hayes Andrade type series on Raw with someone? Are there not two people on Raw that can do that? You know?
Hmm.
And I feel like Chad Gable could be in the mix for somebody that can do that, back and forth constantly. But we're just
Who
not getting
who
that
in
for some
that
reason.
who in Raw could, do you think? Actually, I do have someone, but I don't think it would be you guys would
Who
necessarily
you got?
agree. I'd say Dragon Lee, but actually let Dragon Lee wrestle the way Dragon Lee can wrestle. They've
Exactly.
never taken the
Yeah.
training wheels off of Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
But they had a good match together. They had a great match together. Him and Chad Gable.
That ain't shit compared to how Dragon Lee can wrestle. He's
No,
so
I'm saying,
I
yeah,
I don't get why they won't let them. You pay all that
right.
money for like a luchador guy that's like insane, and then you don't actually let him wrestle the way he could.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't
what did you?
showcase the talent.
It's like like you're paying him all this money to do a shooting star press. Like I
Hmm.
guess, but he could probably do a triple backflip if he not like he can't, but you know what I mean. He could do
yeah,
so many
yeah.
crazy things. Like
You dumb
like
everybody down.
yeah, that would be the only person on Raw I could see. You could maybe do him and like it would be a lot better than the Luba Kaiser and Sheamus thing, but Chad Gable and Sheamus I
Mm-hmm.
think could be
Hmm.
sick. Um so I guess to bring it back to Penta, what do you see Penta doing? Do you think he goes for IC title?
How long till his brother gets over?
Not till June, I don't think.
Uh, but that's not really too far. I mean, it is far, but in wrestling turn
It's
time,
after
it's still like,
Mania.
yeah. So I mean, you got him against Chad Gable and American Made. I guess it's safe to assume that he's gonna somehow team up with LWO, right?
I don't think they're doing that anymore.
Nope.
No, I hope
No, I don't
not.
think so. He was already supposed to, and they changed their plan, so I don't
But
think they're gonna do that.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
good.
That would be good. We
That'd
don't
be
just
Yeah,
great.
need every like Hispanic looking person
yeah.
on the same team.
Right.
No,
And
it's not
I
that I
said
want
that
that
for a
either.
reason because there's like a Filipino in there because he's
Yeah,
not
and
actually.
it's not that I want that. It's just that right now, if they go with the number game, he's outnumbered. So unless you can put Penta with Alpha Academy for the time being, just and then
I
I'll
hate that.
yeah,
I hate that even more than LWO.
so it's like, man, like
Oh.
I don't know, I don't know what's
They need to bring up NXT people.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is that. This is where all of this like weirdness and how bad and like stale the stuff is. In my opinion, a little bit biased. I think it's because Ilya Dragunov is not in that. Like
Hmm.
he had like a
Hmm.
breath of fresh air.
mhm,
Everyone always had sick matches with him, and he
Hmm.
was like the person they were kind of building up. I think to go get to dethrone Gunther.
Yeah.
Um,
okay,
do you? I mean, they're not going to have Penta win the Rumble, I don't think. Do you? Like, that would be
no,
wild.
Yeah.
But could you see
No.
Chad Gable win Elimination Chamber?
Yeah. I can.
man, I don't know, man.
Who goes for the
It's
Gunther belt?
Cena.
Oh God,
Because like if we fast forward to WrestleMania,
that's a terrible match. I mean, Gunther can make it good, but I guess that's a money match. That would that bothers me.
I don't know. I mean, we think about like who do we know needs to be in, well, or most likely will be in a main event match in WrestleMania. Roman, Cody, possibly Punk, maybe Cena because it's a farewell tour. You know,
I don't think he
so
needs the
I don't
Main
think he
event.
needs it, but I think
no.
the look of it alone is, all right, this is his last thing, last hurrah. He could be in. I think they could put him in something.
They need a good ass story leading
Yeah,
into that, and I don't think they've. I don't.
because
I
does
don't
he
think it's
get
enough time.
does he get the 17th title on this run? And if so, who does he beat to get that?
I don't think they've even decided that he gets it, but it
Mm.
ain't happening by Mania. I think
Right.
it's. I think they were kind of, and I even think he's seeing how he looks. Because I don't. He's not going to have a match before the Rumble, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
No.
So yeah, I don't. You can't have him. I, I think that's. I think they need to do an underdog story with him.
Hmm.
Maybe have him get eliminated by like Logan Paul. I think that's his most realistic Mania match. Is him
Logan
versus
Paul.
Logan Paul.
What about Randy Orton for Mania?
Ugh.
Doesn't need to be main event. Doesn't need to be main event, but it's
Yeah, you're right. That is not a main event. That's like
yeah.
opener, maybe. That's how many terrible matches have I seen them wrestle each other? I cannot think of a single good Randy Orton John Cena match. Like all of his good
Yeah.
matches are with like CM Punk and like people like that.
But I think for the story purposes, that is his antagonist is Randy Orton because they have had so many matches together, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're good or bad. But I think both of them have mentioned that they want to have one last match. But I
That's a
still
month.
need to see Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
You know,
I'd rather. I keep
For
forgetting
Mania?
he's. No, 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 no.
Oh.
Randy should not be the main event ever again for Mania. Has he ever been?
I don't know. I didn't
He
pay
must
attention
have
to his
been at least
career.
once. Like, he's just I never really liked him. I thought he was boring. He has like
Hmm.
one of the coolest finishers, and I still find him boring. So that says a lot about your matches to me. But yeah, I don't. So I guess so. Who the people to go against Gunther ain't losing the
Mhm.
title. I don't see until Mania, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
So who are the
I,
possible people for Gunther?
at
And we could
Mania,
even say Wild. I guess like Mania, this isn't gonna happen. But I would
yeah,
say Chad Gable, Cena. I don't I don't like that Cena Gunther match personally.
What about CM Punk? Why not CM Punk? Because he wants
CM
the gold.
Punk's I like CM Punk versus Gunther.
they have been working shows. They know they did the house show and the live show, holiday tour show out here. They did,
CM Punk was going against Gunther,
yeah, it's still
but he was
cage.
losing to him the whole time.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
they could be catching the waters with that.
I think that's a good option.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, they need some NXT people, man.
So does,
Like,
does Punk does Punk win the Rumble?
I say so.
You
yeah,
say so?
Yeah.
unless The Rock does the number 31 thing. That's the only other person I could see winning it. Like who?
Yeah.
Like Chad Gable. I could. This is like far fetched, but I could see him win the Elimination Chamber. But I could not see him
Winning the
win the
Rumble.
Rumble.
Right.
He's not been pushed enough that
Right.
he's someone I foresee even sniffing that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, yeah. Who? That roster seems a little. Yeah. What does Priest do?
yeah, yeah.
Priest Penta could be kind of good. That could be a Mania match, maybe.
Possibly,
That'd be
yeah.
awesome.
Or man, it might not happen, but I like Demon Balor versus Penta. Possibly,
Or Balor versus Penta, period, right? That'd be
yeah.
good.
Demon, I think would be cool because the like the contrast in
Hmm.
the. But yeah, either way, fit. I think I'd rather have Priest though, to be honest. I think
But
the size difference and seeing Penta kind of like fighting underneath and having to do crazy stuff, I think could be kind of cool. I just like the dynamic a little bit better with Priest than I love Finn, but I have not seen a like super
yeah.
sick singles match with. Although this past week I had fun time with it. That, like
Or
exceeded my
or
Stretcher.
expectations.
or Penta versus Io Shirai
Yeah.
or Io Sky again.
Oh, dude, if that like Io and Chelsea Green versus Penta, I would be hyped because both of them have wrestled them.
I
Yeah.
wish we can get this some type of interaction between him and one of them. Yeah, or him and like Kyrie Sane.
Chelsea will do it for sure. I think.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think they'll try to do it for sure with Chelsea. I don't know. I could see them do it. They've been doing like more like weird stuff.
yeah. Nothing like too serious. Just maybe like a side eye or something like that. In passing. You know, uh, just to kind of
Backstage
like
moment.
Easter egg moment. So something like that. But I mean, what do you guys? What is the ceiling for Penta right now?
Intercom IC is max.
Yeah.
What do you think? And what do you think he could achieve that?
I think the best chance for him to get that is a quick flip flop, almost like a
Hmm.
Jey Uso type thing.
Hmm.
I don't see him having it at Mania. That'd be wild to me.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I like him. I just don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
5 years ago. I would say he should go against Gunther.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, with him and CM Punk should not wrestle. That's for sure. They like the worst match I ever seen in my life. I'll have to send you some clips for that. It's like epically terrible. I think it's like Penta's worst match ever is against CM Punk. Um,
I know Dom has some things on his plate, but imagine a Dom versus Penta WrestleMania match. Think that would work?
Or
that might
they really
be.
got Backlash coming up. Oh, that Backlash is after Mania, so right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be May.
You could
Yeah.
do. This would be kind of
Mexico
cool.
City, yeah.
I got an idea. Okay, you do Priest and Bad Bunny on a team,
Hmm.
and then Penta and Dom on another team.
Hmm. But
And
Penta would
kind
have to
of he
run
just
heel
turns
or tween.
heel. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. He's more of a heel to me personally
Right.
than
Mm.
like I think he plays heel really well. I mean, he has cool moves that like work for a baby face, but his like look at him, dude, does that look like a baby face? It's like like if someone showed up and they look like the devil, like do I think they're a baby face? No, not really. The guy's like literally a skeleton. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's an easy flip.
Yeah,
Um just have him like kick him in the balls one time or something. But
yeah.
I think that'd be a cool. I'd rather have that than another Dom and Ray match,
Hmm.
Yeah,
unless it's hair versus career.
yeah.
So I think yeah they're pushing him hard. It seems like so. I'm just curious
Yeah,
of
that's
what
good.
they're gonna do something with him at Mania. I just don't. I think it might be a tag team thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who's the big dude that was with Ricochet before he got hurt? A Braun
Braun.
Strowman.
Hmm.
Yeah, Braun Strowman.
You could have him in a tag team with Penta. That would be fun.
Yeah, I'm over Braun Strowman right now.
I mean, I'm
I mean, I
super over him. I'm just thinking of people to like team him up with.
know.
Yeah, because he's on Raw is kind of like weird to me because I don't really see that many people for him to
Yeah, I think he should
Yeah.
have been on
wrestle.
SmackDown.
Although on
Yeah.
SmackDown, it's like, what are you gonna have him go against Shinsuke and LA Knight? Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Penta? I would see him against Andrade or Carmelo or even Santos. I mean, granted, I'm pairing him against most of all the Mexican people except for Carmelo, but I think that would be. I think he has the potential to have better matches on SmackDown than Raw.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Ilya not in the thing really
Mhm.
messes with Raw because I don't. There's no real other than Gunther and Chad Gable like
Hmm.
guy you can
You know,
count on for a sick match.
I don't even like what they're really doing with Gunther, man. Like, why wasn't he on the debut of Netflix? Raw on Netflix.
Because they thought they should put on a racist instead of him.
Like it just
Yeah.
didn't make sense. He is the Raw champion. You don't have the Raw champion there.
Yep.
Like,
His
and
his promos are so good too.
Yeah.
I think that they're wasting him, man. I think they're wasting him right now, and I just don't feel good about it with him.
Yeah. I don't.
The Netflix thing was just a big old turd in my
Yeah,
opinion. Because
no,
I don't.
I get
Jey
that, but it's
Uso's
just
not
like,
gonna
man,
beat him.
you showing Logan Paul, and I get it, man. It's all for views and
Ugh.
ratings last week, but man, like you still want to show like who these champions are for people, so they get a good idea,
Hmm.
and he is a great talent, and to not show him properly, and for him not to have what has been his storyline, you know. And he lost to Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, and he kind of was struggling with his identity, kind of, And then they threw him in a triple threat with
Yeah.
Priest and Balor, and then all of a sudden, like he's back to being the ring general, And it's like, what was the point of searching? You was
I,
going and searching of yourself, and you didn't really show that he found himself, And
I,
I don't see a new Gunther yet.
I mean, you're right because I thought that idea was a good idea for
Mm-hmm.
like someone who's so dominant and to like kind of second guess himself because like Cody beat him, but it wasn't like he was beating Cody down, but Cody caught him. Where like I think the Sammy one, it's like he was taunting Sammy's wife and stuff, and you could kind of like look, okay, that was super. I was being an idiot. Where like no, against Cody, it's like Cody beat you. It may have been lucky,
Yeah,
but he beat you. Um, but then when you have him go against no offense, I like Priest, but like it's not like Priest is gonna be the person who you really need to
Right.
like do the Rocky thing and like
yeah.
Hmm.
find yourself and get the eye of the tiger against him and Balor. It's like okay, like I mean, I guess. Yeah, I just didn't. This story with Jey Uso and him, I think is gonna be good,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll get the most out of Jey Uso.
Hmm.
I just we know he's not. If they actually had Jey Uso win, I would be
Spontaneous
like,
combust.
I would be
Spontaneous
yeah, I would
combust.
spontaneously combust. And I've gotten better with Jey Uso. You guys have to admit, like I've like accepted he's super over, but there's like a limit to my acceptance, and that would be it. I even accepted him getting the freaking Intercontinental for 1 week. I was like, that's fine. So yeah, I just they do seem lost right now with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because
So
what
when do
does
we get
Rhea
that?
have?
Because of
Nothing.
Ilya Dragunov. That's why. Because
It's
he's
all
not there.
Ilya.
It's all on Ilya for real. Hey, has Ilya ever had a match with Gable?
Mm,
Ooh, they might have had a triple threat. I don't know though.
Because that would cook.
That would be sick.
That'd
yeah.
be
You know the
insane.
suplexes he would take? He'd
Oh
probably
yeah,
take it from the off the
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 apron.
apron
off the
onto the
apron.
ground. He would just be like, "Please German me onto the hard floor." I could totally see it. Like I could take that. Um, yeah, I see nothing for Gunther. I think the CM Punk match is probably the
Hmm.
because I can't think of a single other person. Because you said I can't see Cena being a that's a wet blanket match.
Well, I got an even better one. Goldberg. I
I
feel
would
like
be
it's coming.
I would be pumped for that actually.
I feel like it's coming.
If it's
Goldberg
like five
Gunther.
minutes, if it's 5 minutes, I'm cool with it. Like have it as the opener. Like don't have
Yeah,
it main event because that Goldberg shouldn't. But 5 minutes of like Goldberg kind of getting beat down. He hits one spear. Gunther kicks out and then gets super pissed and power bombs him 3 times.
7 times.
Yeah, and then power bombs his son like twice on top of him. I'd be totally cool with that. Goldberg might be the Brock Lesnar, maybe
Yeah, that too. We still went on that. Yeah.
Hmm.
not Omos. Yeah, there's.
Okay. Not that I wanted to be fired, but I thought he was fired.
Nah. They said he was released, but he's in Noah, and I'm pretty sure he's under
Yeah.
contract in some way with
No.
WWE.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he still is because he's up there for the meet and greets.
Who? Omos?
Yeah.
yeah, and he's wrestling in Japan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because they have
So
that
he
relationship with Noah. So
so he will be at
he's.
the Rumble.
Oh.
I know he'd
Oh
be in the
no,
Rumble.
no,
He'd
no,
be
no!
at
Oh,
the
yeah, I was
Rumble.
like, he ain't
Yeah.
gonna wrestle in the Rumble. That'd be weird. That's a waste. Him in there. Oh, but Femi will be in there.
Trick should be in there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about him.
Lexus King.
Oh God, he comes in with his cup and just starts hitting people with it. The Heritage Cup. Do you think they're moving Trick up?
If not by Rumble, then by Stand and Deliver. Like after that. Yep.
I think he needs another year.
I think he's hit his. I agree, like skill wise, but I think like fame wise, like he's hit his ceiling in NXT.
See, I would want. I almost. You have all this roster. We name like two people I actually want to see Gunther go against. Oba Femi's someone. I would
No,
take
that'd be
that
sick.
match over most of the people on the main roster.
That'd be great.
Oh, maybe Gunther Seth? Ugh.
No, no,
No. You talking about Rumble? No.
no
Seth is
for
turning heel
Mania.
soon. Oh
For
no, yeah,
Mania.
Mania. Seth is turning heel. I see it. I feel like it's coming. I feel like heel turn is coming for Seth.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
we'll hate him by
I,
Mania as a
Yeah.
heel.
I
Yeah.
mean, I already kind of do, but yeah. It's I've been there for like a year. I don't hate him. He just kind of annoys me and I don't like his matches that much.
Mhm.
But he acts like he's Kenny Omega without being Kenny Omega. So I could have everyone has their best match with me. I'm like, I mean, I guess I don't have not seen any data points that suggest that agree with that. Like like a bad guy, he can make a bad guy look good. I will give him that. But like a high level guy, I've not seen him like in the last 3 years have other than Cody and him in Hell in a Cell. That's like the
Mhm.
one, and I think that was like a really unique situation. Other than that, like, can you think of any match with Seth that's like that guy's best match?
Mm-mm.
Mm, no. Real
I
quick,
don't think he's going
what
to
do you
be on
guys think?
anybody's Mount Rushmore.
What do you guys think about Karen Cross winning the Rumble? I know it's a long shot. It probably won't happen.
Oh, dude, you don't need to get me started on that. I would be so hyped if he freaking won the Rumble. He they won the feud with the Wyatt Six, right?
Yeah,
Apparently so. I mean, why six are on SmackDown now?
Because
So
they never beat him in any way. I don't think
right.
no.
so. Ipso facto, Karrion Kross needs a title shot. Maybe him and Gunther. I don't know. Nah, he ain't winning the Rumble. If he got to the Elimination Chamber,
Hmm.
that would be a huge win for him. I
That'd be
Yeah.
think
cool.
if you got him in that match. And then you have, oh man, I have a. Oh, this is my last thing, and then you guys can finish on something. But I have Paul Ellering kind of come up from the floor and like sneakily like hold on to someone's foot, like through the, like come out like he's come through like a freaking a sewer, grab someone's foot, and carrying cross, like hits some like clothesline thing on the person, and he pins him. That'd be a sick spot,
Yeah.
but. I don't think. I don't even think he'll get into the Elimination Chamber
You know, it sucks.
Yeah.
That
because
sucks though.
who
It's
would
time to push him.
even? I guess maybe there's not that many people you're gonna put. I bet Melo's in there because they're kind of pushing Melo.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, I'm
Real
saying yeah.
nice.
I'm saying yeah.
Andrade. They'll put
Nice. Love it
Melo,
already.
Andrade,
Love
Chad
it
Gable.
already.
They might just do like kind of what they do with Money in the Bank. How they're like, oh, these guys could freaking go, and kind of
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
them in, and they'll do crazy. That's what you should do for Elimination Chamber, and
Yeah.
then throw in like Seth Rollins. I don't know, someone who seems like a realistic
Yeah.
person to win
Yeah.
it, but
You need a big muscle in there too. So I
Good.
think Cross would fit that pretty well. Or Bronson Reed.
he's out.
Hopefully he's back by then. How
No,
long he's
he's
out
out
for?
for a long time. He's out
Oh,
past
really?
Mania.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Man,
Man.
that
Yeah.
spot that I wanted for him almost killed him. That sucks.
Man.
I know.
But that's all I got.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say Penta is definitely WrestleMania worthy, even now. And
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't need a championship match. He would just need a match with a big heel or a big face to just elevate the match.
So before we wrap it up for today, who are some people that you want to see? Give me five that you want to see
for,
Penta against.
can they be injured? All
Ilya
right, my number one
Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov. Because I want to see. I mean, I really want to see Ilya versus Ray Phoenix because I feel like that would be
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Um, I'd like to see him against. Um, I think him and Andrade wrestled in AEW, so I don't care about
Mm.
that. Maybe they didn't,
Mm-hmm.
but him and Gunther, I think could be
Hmm.
fun. No one in the bloodline for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Never mind.
Jacob?
I take that back. Jacob
Jacob?
Fatu. That might be kind of sick. That could be a pretty wild match because he'll take some crazy bumps. Um, Karrion Cross maybe. I don't
Hmm.
know. I think Karrion Cross would like the comedy of him like playing off with the Zero Miedo stuff. I think could be kind of funny. Um, this is gonna be a weird one. Joe Gacy. I think that could be kind of.
Oh,
They're
that'd be
on
so
different
cool.
brands, but I think him versus Joe Gacy could be kind of
That'd be
cool.
super cool. Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have the boxing glove on his stick.
Yeah.
Dijak would be the best though. Too bad he's
Oh,
cut.
the
What?
spots would be insane.
Who are yours, Marlon?
Um, this might be a weird one. I'll just say it right now. I think Julius Creed. I need to see him wrestle,
Oh, yeah, that's actually a
and
sick answer.
I
Yeah.
think Julius Creed would be great. Um,
Mm.
Carmelo Hayes, of course. I'd put him against like almost anybody in the roster right now. Dominic Mysterio would be cool. Um,
Oh,
even
damn.
even Rey Mysterio, I think would be pretty cool, just because Rey has the legacy and Penta is building his right now. And probably female, Kyrie, Io, or
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yep, Reclusa, la
I was
Reclusa.
Nathan Frazier or Axiom. I forgot about
Oh,
one of those two
Mm.
guys. Yeah,
imagine,
yeah.
imagine Nathan Frazier.
I think that might be more for Ray Phoenix than Penta.
Hmm. Oh, imagine Lucha Bros versus Fraxium.
Oh, dude.
Oh
I may
my
have to change my
gosh.
shorts. I have to
Yeah,
change my shorts right
seriously.
now. Ladder match with Fraxium.
Woo.
I would freaking go nuts. What are yours,
Oof.
Pierre?
Man, so like Marlon said, for story purpose, him and Rey Mysterio.
Mhm.
I like him and Finn, possibly. Mello. I kind of like the idea you posed with him and Priest. Just
Yeah.
the dynamic between the two of them would be good. And I want to say Andrade, but man, I hate to put all the Hispanic people together in matches. But man, because I want like a would be a big match for him, for Penta.
Jacob Fatu.
No,
Yeah,
LA Knight would be a big match for him, but I don't think that'd be a good match.
It's
no.
true.
I have to think about that feel for him. Because, like, I want to really showcase.
George Kittle.
That's true. Oh, it'll be Kittle Penta versus Bad Bunny Priest at Backlash.
That could be kind of hype, but I don't think the 49ers would be cool with that, of him doing a whole match. Maybe Pat McAfee. I don't know. He's actually probably wrestling Corey Graves, I bet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I want to see. I'll have a better idea after a month and seeing him actually wrestle matches too.
Yeah.
So, because he got better throughout the match to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too, yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
It's for me too, man. What about you, Marlon?
No, that's all I got. I do think it would be fair to talk about the women's IC match in another podcast because I think that was a
Okay.
really great match with the good outcome. So, yeah.
I like Lyra. I wanted
Same. I wanted Dakota to win.
Dakota to
Yeah,
win.
me too. I wanted
Yeah.
Dakota to win too as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. They were probably running back, and hopefully, maybe at some point Dakota Kai gets it.
Yeah.
You know, she's probably put the work in. It's just the injuries that's hurt her so much to where maybe that's probably part of the decision too.
Yeah.
I think that was a big reason. She just came back in November. Lyra's been making the most out of not much for months. So,
Good way to put it.
So, man, if you guys, let us know what you guys thought about Penta's debut. Are you getting a Penta mask? It's $75. I already looked on WWE shop for one. Once it goes on sale, I might get one because it looks cool. But yeah, man, thank you guys for rocking with us. And I mean, in the spirit of talking about Penta, make sure you guys give us a Penta driver on that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Like, comment, give us feedbacks, man. Check out our different content everywhere we're at. Until next time, man. This table has some bumps. Adios. This is Greenside Pew, Marlon, Wade, Daryl Romero. Let's go.